Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Naomi has been involved in a heated rivalry with Jade Cargill on SmackDown since Elimination Chamber. Both superstars will lock horns in a one-on-one match at WrestleMania 41. However, Cargill is seemingly too big of a threat for the Glow to handle on her own. For this reason, she could pull off a massive twist that might turn the odds in her favor. The former SmackDown Women's Champion could bring Tamina back in WWE as her enforcer at WrestleMania 41. Both superstars are real-life Bloodline members and were part of a former faction called Team Bad between 2015 and 2016. Therefore, it is quite plausible that Tamina could join forces with the Glow. During the final moments of the Jade Cargill vs. Naomi match at WrestleMania, Tamina could make a shocking return. In a stunning turn of events, she could emerge from the shadows and attack the Storm while the referee would be distracted. The Glow could capitalize on the distraction and steal a massive victory over Big Jade. Following the victory, Naomi could stand tall in the ring with Tamina, revealing the 47-year-old as her enforcer. It is safe to say that the outcome of this match is currently quite predictable, as Jade Cargill has had the upper hand for the past few weeks. However, by introducing the former Team Bad member as a potential twist, WWE could surprise the fans at the show of shows. There is a high possibility for such an angle to unfold in Las Vegas. However, this is entirely speculation and nothing can be said for sure. Only time will tell what the future holds for both women at WrestleMania 41. Naomi's heel turn has revitalized her character on SmackDown to some extent. While she has been moving forward as a solo competitor since turning on Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, the 37-year-old might soon form an alliance. If she introduces Tamina as her enforcer, it could mark the first major step in building a powerful new group. The Glow could persuade Nia Jax to join her potential faction on SmackDown after WrestleMania 41. Like Naomi and Tamina, the Irresistible Force is also a real-life Bloodline member, sharing a family bond with both the stars. Therefore, Jax is a viable candidate to join forces with Naomi. Since dropping her WWE Women's Championship, Nia Jax has been wandering directionless on SmackDown. Becoming part of a dominant faction could breathe new life into her gimmick and present her as a dominant threat to the division. Moreover, a heel female faction could be a fresh addition to the women's roster, potentially going up against Chelsea Green's new group. Although it is an intriguing possibility, it is mere speculation at the moment. It all depends on what WWE's creative head, Triple H, has in mind. WrestleMania 41, the Enforcer's legacy, and the Bloodline revelation. The night of WrestleMania 41 was one of the most anticipated in WWE history. Fans packed into the stadium, eager to witness history in the making. The matches were stacked, rivalries had been simmering for months, and the stage was set for some of the most significant moments in WWE's legacy. But amidst the excitement, the evening would hold a secret, a revelation so shocking it would rewrite the entire history of the Bloodline. The Enforcer's role. For years, wrestling fans had known of the enigmatic figure in the background, the Enforcer. A man of few words, yet he commanded respect within the locker room. Known for his incredible strength and tactical mind, the Enforcer had often been associated with the shadowy side of the WWE universe. He had no title, no fanfare, and no entrance music. Yet every top faction or superstar that needed muscle seemed to turn to him. From time to time, he would emerge from the shadows, subtly guiding the biggest names to victory, but always staying out of the limelight. Throughout the years, the Enforcer had been rumored to be tied to various legendary families. Some whispered he had connections to the Samoan dynasty, a family famous for producing some of the greatest names in the business. Others speculated he was linked to the McMahon family, silently pulling strings in the background. But nothing concrete had ever surfaced. Until now. WrestleMania 41 had been building toward one of the most heated confrontations in WWE history, the ultimate clash between Roman Reigns, the undisputed head of the Bloodline, and his longtime rival, Cody Rhodes. The match was expected to be a culmination of their personal and professional feud, with the entire WWE universe on the edge of their seats. But little did anyone know the drama would extend far beyond the squared circle. The Bloodline's dominance. For years, Roman Reigns had reigned supreme as the tribal chief. His dominance had been unrivaled, and the Bloodline had grown into a powerful faction under his leadership. The Usos, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman all played their parts, supporting Reigns in his quest for control. However, as the weeks leading up to WrestleMania unfolded, cracks began to appear. Reigns, growing increasingly paranoid and self-absorbed, started to push his family to the brink. The Usos, once loyal to him, began questioning his authority. Even Solo Sikoa, his blood brother, seemed distant. And then there was Paul Heyman, Reigns' wise counselor and manipulator. For years, Heyman had been the architect behind Reigns' success. But with Reigns' growing egomania, some wondered if Heyman had begun to look for a way out, perhaps aligning himself with someone even more powerful than Roman himself. But no one could have predicted that this crisis would culminate in the revelation of an even deeper bloodline connection, one that would shake the very foundation of the Bloodline. The build-up to WrestleMania 41. As the show approached, rumors swirled. The Bloodline's cracks were becoming more visible. During SmackDown 2 weeks before WrestleMania, Roman Reigns had confronted Jey Uso, questioning his loyalty. In a brutal altercation, Reigns challenged Jey to prove his commitment. The segment ended with Jey walking off, leaving the question hanging in the air. Would he return? And if so, what would his role be? Meanwhile, Cody Rhodes had been on a meteoric rise, proving to the WWE Universe that he was not just a legacy, but a force to be reckoned with. His return to WWE had been one of the most emotional stories, with his quest for the WWE Championship tied to the Rhodes family's illustrious history. Cody had made it clear that he wasn't just fighting for himself, but for the future of wrestling. But no one could have predicted the twist that would come on the night of WrestleMania 41. The match, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. The main event of WrestleMania 41 was set to be a spectacle like no other. As the pyro exploded and the crowd erupted, Roman Reigns made his entrance, flanked by the Usos and Solo Sikoa. The Bloodline looked unstoppable, a family united in their pursuit of dominance. But the tension between them was palpable, and the crowd could sense something was off. Cody Rhodes entered to an electric ovation, his story of redemption resonating with millions. The match began with both men evenly matched, exchanging brutal strikes and signature moves. Roman's power and aggression were on full display, but Cody's heart and determination shone through. The battle raged on, each man pushing the other to their limits. But then, in the middle of the match, a shocking turn of events unfolded. The light suddenly went out. The crowd fell into stunned silence as the arena plunged into darkness. The tension was unbearable. And then a figure appeared on the ramp, silhouetted against the bright spotlight. It was the Enforcer. The shocking revelation. As the crowd gasped, the Enforcer made his way to the ring, his eyes locked on Roman Reigns. For a moment, Roman appeared confused, but then something in his expression shifted. He recognized this figure. There was a connection. Without warning, the Enforcer slid into the ring. And with a single devastating blow, he took down Solo Sikoa. He then turned to the Usos, who were hesitant at first but seemed to understand. The Enforcer then looked at Roman Reigns, the two staring each other down in an intense moment of recognition. "You've been living a lie, Roman," the Enforcer said coldly, his voice amplified through the microphone. The audience erupted into a frenzy, unsure of what was happening. Roman's face twisted with shock. He stepped forward trying to confront the Enforcer, but was stopped by his words. "The Bloodline's true legacy isn't yours to claim. It's mine," the Enforcer revealed. At this moment, the truth was unveiled. The Enforcer wasn't just any outsider. He was a long-lost member of the Naomi family, the true heir to the Samoan wrestling dynasty. His connection to the Bloodline was undeniable. He was the eldest son of the legendary Alpha and Seika Naomi, the original Wild Samoans. Roman Reigns was not the true tribal chief. He was simply a product of a manipulated narrative. The true leader of the family had always been the enforcer, a figure who had remained in the shadows for decades. Roman's face contorted with disbelief. He was not the rightful heir. He was not the true tribal chief. All the power, all the history, all the influence he had claimed had been a facade. His entire reign was built on lies. The consequences. As Roman stood frozen, the reality of the situation began to set in. The enforcer was not here for a simple confrontation. He was here to claim what was his, the true tribal chief, the true leader of the bloodline. The Usos, torn between loyalty to their cousin and the shocking truth, hesitated. But as the enforcer reached out to them, they realized that their true family was standing before them. With a unanimous decision, they turned on Roman Reigns. The bloodline had officially turned on its leader. Cody Rhodes, seizing the opportunity, hit Roman with a devastating crossroads, knocking him out cold. The enforcer, with a cold gaze, stood over him, finally reclaiming his place as the true head of the Naomi family. The Usos and Solo Sikoa stood beside him, acknowledging their rightful leader. With a simple, powerful gesture, the enforcer raised his hand in victory, and the WWE Universe exploded in cheers. The aftermath. The consequences of the shocking revelation would be felt for years to come. The bloodline, once united under Roman Reigns, had fractured beyond repair. The enforcer had emerged as the true tribal chief, and with his leadership, the future of the Naomi family in WWE would never be the same. Roman Reigns, once untouchable, was left to rebuild his legacy, now forever overshadowed by the truth. But as the dust settled on WrestleMania 41, one thing was clear. The true power of the bloodline had been revealed, and with it, a new era had begun. This plot twist would set the stage for months of programming, with the enforcer becoming the new focal point of WWE storylines. The mysteries surrounding his past, his relationship with the other members of the bloodline, and his vision for the future of the company would keep fans on the edge of their seats for the foreseeable future. WrestleMania 41 had truly changed everything. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.